Let me show you that trampoline I mentioned at the beginning of the newscast. This was taken by Tommy Langley in Kibler. Some sub-severe winds, meaning they weren't quite high enough to prompt a severe thunderstorm warning, but gusty enough to just toss that trampoline across the yard. Hate it for the kids. I'm sure they enjoyed it. Thankfully, it's not going to be much worse than that. Right now, we do find that stationary front just off to our northwest. This fella right here, that's the culprit that's going to keep rain chances in our forecast the next couple of days. It might meander around a little bit. It gets a little bit closer, kind of moves back towards the north a little bit. Eventually, it'll clear the area and we'll see some drier weather move back in. Until then, we're going to see near daily chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Here's the radar picture right now, area-wide. Nothing severe out there. Some strong thunderstorms, certainly. Brief, heavy downpours, maybe some localized street flooding out there. A decent amount of lightning, so you're probably hearing some thunder around the area. Notice this, not everyone saw rain out there this evening, and even when this is all said and done, there's still going to be a few folks that didn't see much at all. Certainly some saw a lot. Others going to get left high and dry. This continues over the next few hours. Right now in northwest Arkansas, you're getting a shower on the west side of Bentonville there. Siloam Springs getting a pretty steady rain right now. A little bit of lightning and thunder as well. Prairie Grove and Lincoln seeing a decent downpour. Some of that is going to lift towards the north into parts of Fayetteville. Not a lot going on currently in Madison County. Ozark rains picked up there, especially through Altus back towards Etna, Coal Hill. You're also getting close to the action there. Paris is strong, nice thunderstorm. Pretty spotty elsewhere. This is eventually going to move out of the area, probably closer to, let's say, 1, 2 o'clock. Not only is it tracking off towards the east, it's starting to dissipate, lose its steam, and a lot of it's going to be done probably about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, we could wake up to a few spotty showers additionally come tomorrow. I really think northwest Arkansas might be a little bit more favored for those early morning showers. Better chances of rain are going to be tomorrow afternoon. It's once we get that daytime heating to really work with that stationary front, a lot like what happened out there today. Now, it may be later in the afternoon, after 4 into the evening, but that chance is certainly going to be there. Before that happens, we're warming things up largely into the 90s area-wide tomorrow. Allergy forecast, new data shows this. Tree pollen, not much of it. A little bit of grass pollen out there in the medium category. Weeds, we'll keep that in the low. Mold, though, has skyrocketed back up into the very high category, and with the rain we're seeing out there this evening, more rain over the next couple of days in a hit or miss fashion. We'll probably continue to see those mold counts stay relatively high. Right now in Fort Smith, it's 74 degrees. Some rain-cooled air out there. Nice breeze. Feeling a little bit better. You can see it's wet out there on Rogers Avenue in Fayetteville. Mostly cloudy skies, 76. A decent breeze out of the west. About a 25-mile-per-hour gust out of some of those showers that are not too far away. To 91 tomorrow, 92 Wednesday. We're creeping up, right? We're back in those mid-90s to round out the work week. 20% chance of some hit or miss showers going into the weekend. Those are those, typical summertime pop-ups that a few folks see, not everyone does. And that trend likely continues into next week as well. We do find towards the end of the 10-day forecast a little bit of a cooling trend. A lot of the model data, in fact, is rarely in agreement that maybe around the 20th, 21st, 22nd or so, we might get a little bit of a cool down. Certainly something to look forward to. I'm not going to take it to the bank just yet because, of course, 10 days away, a lot can change. But in the meantime, got some scattered showers and storms the next couple of days, largely in the afternoons into the evenings. Temperatures are really skyrocketing once more by Friday into Saturday. The River Valley, we're getting close to that century mark. Heat index values certainly are going to be in the triple digits. And then we slowly start to see some relief work its way back into the area, in a little more than a week's time.
And I like that, the looks of that 10-day forecast, starting a little bit lower, going up, but then going a little bit back down.
This is the time of the year, we're still in the thick of summer, right? Technically in the dog days of summer still, but you start to see these fronts become a little bit more numerous. You don't have to wait as long before you get another one. 10, 15 days, eventually is, 10, 11 days, and 7 days. You get the drill.
Yeah.
They're starting to come more and more often as the seasons slowly begin to change.
And we welcome them.
I do, yeah, for
All
sure.
Right. Thanks, Scott.